Hi there and welcome to Shimano Tackle in Focus, and for this clip I'm going to be looking at the Baitrunner front spool system. You've probably seen this on a lot of the big pit reels. It's available now from entry-level reels. This particular model is the Navi, and as you can see it's a big pit reel. When you get this out of the box, it could be in any position, the front Baitrunner spool system. So what I like to suggest to most people is to actually take the front Baitrunner spool system knob completely off the reel. You can see there now I've got the Baitrunner spool system all in one piece. And then what I do is I'm going to offer it back onto the actual spindle and then turn it clockwise, and by which I mean the outer knob. I'm going to turn that clockwise until it meets a dead stop. That's very important to remember. When you get to that position, all you're doing is you're actually priming the Baitrunner spool system. You're not tightening anything up on the reel. The spool's still completely loose. Now I'm going to tighten the actual spool onto the reel itself, and by doing the same again in reverse as we started off, just tightening that up, I'll get to a position where I'll feel that clutch starting to kick in. Now you're going to have to play around with this to suit whatever type of fishing that you're doing, but let's leave it about there. That's a good 20-pound co-op playing action, I would think, on that reel for the clutch. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cast out. Once we've cast out, we need to turn the outer knob anti-clockwise. And I would suggest for the first few outings until it's bedded in, you turn it about half a turn. That will mean that you've got a nice, smooth, almost clutchless action on the spool. You get a run, obviously that's going to peel off, and then literally pick the rod up, turn that until you meet that dead stop, and that will calibrate that plane action exactly the same as we set it a little bit earlier. If you do want to add additional clutch, i.e. you've got a bigger fish than you anticipated, you can just adjust that a little bit more and tighten that up. And by the same token, if you want to trim it back a little bit, you can turn it anti-clockwise. What I will say about these Baitrunner front spool systems is once they've been used a few times, caught a few fish, they become ultra smooth, and all that beds in, and then all you'll need to get the front Baitrunner spool system in Baitrunner mode is about 3 or 4 clicks, and then you'll have plenty of tension on that spool for the perfect setting for carp fishing. So this is your entry-level Baitrunner front spool system. It's also available on Biomaster, Ultegra, Power Aero and Aero Technium reels in the Shimano range. But obviously, as time goes by, you'll see this developing into other models in the range. So that's it, the Baitrunner front spool system in a nutshell.